fuel canisters and tyres, and a doll. Why people have to wreck the countryside, I do not know. Unbelievable. Did you see how close that van was? Unbelievable. Welcome to the Crosshands Rider. It's in the afternoon. It's the end of March, and I'm going to do a bit of a follow-on video from my last video, which was about diversions around that landslide. And if you remember, if you watched it, at the end I went up that horrible hill, which quite frankly wasn't very nice. So I'm interested in looking at another lane. I nearly hit a squirrel then, which might be an alternative way back up to sort of Tumble. So I'm going to go down that hill that I'm talking about now, and we will see. So yeah, we will see. First of all, I need to get to the Morrison's little corner shop down in Tumble. That is sort of like the way we used to go when the pine forest was closed. Well, it's not a pine forest now, it's just a lot of tree stumps, but when it was closed. So I'll tell you more about that in a minute. So yes, it's the end of March. By the time this goes out, it'll be Easter, or Easter will be coming to an end, one or the other. So whereas the Swiss Valley sort of path between Tumble and Pontyberem has got that landslide, the Towie Valley cycle path should be open in its completeness. So you should be able to ride from Abergwili all the way to Llandilo, thereabouts. So that's some positive news. That's if that path doesn't flood, of course, because that path is right by the river, which is prone to flooding. So okay, so we're gonna go down this hill now and then turn off down by the Morrison's shop. It's coming up to 5, so we've got rush hour traffic. So it was 20 degrees. Now it's struggling to get to 10. 8.8 actually, my bike computer says. There we go. Right. This lane, is it the lane? I think that's the one. Yes, so this lane here, which goes up to Sodom Farm, that takes you to the very first bridge, which was originally closed during the pine forest harvesting, and this was the only way you could sort of get around and up and down that. Because we're going to carry on along the lane over here. I've never been any further than this point on this road, this lane here, because obviously I went up there. So we're going to go this way now, and this will be the lane that you'd have to come up, not go down. I want to see how hilly it is, how long it goes on for. I don't want to go too fast because it will give a bit of a, you know, a misguided idea of how fast you can get up and down this hill, but we'll see now. What I'm going to do is pop the camera back on the bike because it's quite hard to use the brakes one-handed, and my back brakes on their own aren't the best, so I need both sets running on this because I think there's a bit of a hill coming up here, so we'll see how steep it is and how bad it is. Right, so we go around here. So far, not too bad if you're coming up here. Yes, it's a hill, and it's going to be some hill. If you're riding up it, it's how bad it is and how long it is. Right, a bit steep at this point. This bit's definitely steep. Oh. And watch out for cars coming up. It's obviously mucky and wet, not a major problem, so take it easy. So far it's not too bad, apart from being wet. Now this looks much more steep now, this bit. This is a much more steeper section, I think. Okay. And we're flattening up, so anyway, we have another little stream. Oh nice, lovely bits of fuel canisters and tyres and a doll. Why people have to wreck the countryside, I do not know. You know, this would be a really little pretty area over here, and it's completely wrecked by stuff like that. Basically fly tipping, isn't it? And it's disgusting. So, okay, so let's just see. That hill wasn't too bad. I reckon it's not really bad compared to where I went last time. But we'll see. Let's go and have a look. We'll see. Well, this should take us to the road that goes through Pontyberem, and basically where I forked off, which I'll show you a clip now. This should come onto that same road, but further down. So you've got to ride a bit further on the Pontyberem road, on the B road there, and is it a B road? Anyway, that road anyway. You've got to go a bit further, and then you'll get to the bottom of this lane, and then you can come up this way. But yeah, we'll see now. Let's see if there's much steeper going down. It looks like I've got to go uphill a little bit actually coming up, but let's just see how bad it gets. Right, bit of an uphill stretch here. Oh, there's a path down there as well. Don't know where that leads. Right, listening up for cars because right, there's another downhill bit coming up here. So this is a nice little flat stretch, but the question is, if you're going the other way, you're coming up this hill, how bad does it get? Up to this stage it hasn't been too bad, but a bit of a hill here. Oh, we've I can see 30-mile-an-hour signs, so we're here. I would say that lane would be, if you're going the other way around, considerably better. This is the B road now, so we're entering the village now of Cwmmawr. So this is where that lane comes out. Unbelievable. Did you see how close that van was? Unbelievable. That's going to have its own short, I think. This is another route you can take as well. If you don't want to go up that lane, you can go this way as well, which yes, it's hilly. As I said in the previous video, that landslide one, you cannot avoid the hills. It's just which ones are more bearable. So here we are, Mynydd, Woodland Park. Now, you have a choice to make. You have three options. You go through the really high lane, the first one, which takes forever. You take the lane that you can take by the little Morrison's corner shop. Or you can come this way. As I said, there's different options for different ways, depending how much of a challenge you want. The hill I took in the other video was pretty horrendous, but if you're good at hills, it might do you good, it might be cool. If you don't want such a demanding hill, then I reckon coming up that lane by the little Morrison's store there, that's another option, and probably be the one I take, because it's shorter than going this way I've gone now, because you basically come up there, go past by that Morrison's shop. You do have a little bit of a hill to go up. Actually, there's a lane, there's a little path further back that takes you near the play park area, which might be better. But you know, that way I think is probably would be my choice. You got this way, which is longer, and you still have a hill to get up, and you spend more time on the road. So I don't know, you know, it's swings and roundabouts. Anyway, it's right at the end of March. The clocks are going forward, and by the time this video goes out, the clocks will have already gone forward. So it means that we start getting more time in the afternoon and evening to actually go out cycling. So I think this is the season and a time when cycling starts taking off, weather permitting, of course. So I don't know about you, but I'm definitely looking forward to the clocks being forward, having evenings to cycle, and yeah, it's going to be great, hopefully. Oh, and yes, before I forget, this road up here, is actually the main road that takes you to Crosshands. So you just basically turn right and then head right, and you end up at Crosshands. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe. See the world, cycle.